Welcome to digital learning platform of Shri Guru Sudhendra College, Bachelor of Computer Application BCA. This special training program for BCA second semester numerical and statistical methods in that for numerical program. So in today's this video session we will be learning the numerical program number 11, program to find numerical integration of the equation using Simpson's 1/3 rule. You can just note down C program to find numerical integration of equation using Simpson's 1/3 rule. To go through this program, the prerequisite is the previous program, numerical program number 10, the trapezoidal rule. If you understand the program number 10, the trapezoidal rule, then this concept is very simple. So here we have to design a program to find the numerical integration of the given equation using Simpson's 1/3 rule. At first, let us go through the problem. See, this is the given problem, and for this problem, here we need an equation. This equation you should note down Simpson's 1/3 rule. I is equals to h divided by 3 into y0 plus yn plus 2 into y2 plus y4 plus y6 dot plus 4 into y1 y3 and so on. So here the equation, the meaning of this equation is I is equals to h divided by 3 into y0 plus yn, the first ordinate and the last ordinate, plus 2 into y2 y4, right? Here what is the relation between 2 and 4? 2 4, the next number is going to be 6. It means the numbers are even numbers. So sum of even ordinates, and next to that plus 4 into y1 y3, the next number is going to be y5, then y7. It means sum of odd ordinates. So here in the next line it is clearly mentioned I is equals to h divided by 3 into sum of first plus last ordinates plus 2 into sum of even ordinates plus 4 into odd ordinates. I is equals to h divided by 3 into sum of first and last ordinates plus 2 into sum of even ordinates plus 4 into sum of odd ordinates. Now let us go through a problem. The problem here is evaluate integration of 1 divided by 1 plus x square, x divided by 1 plus x square dx using Simpson's 1/3 rule and 3/8 rule. At first let us concentrate only on Simpson's 1/3 rule. So in Simpson's 1/3 rule, at first, like the trapezoidal rule, for this given equation we should note down the given values here. A value is 0, B value is 1. It is 0 because here it is mentioned 0. This value is 1. This is clearly mentioned here. B is equals to 1. Then f of x, the function is already mentioned. F of x is equals to x divided by 1 plus x square. That also we have taken. And in the question itself, they have clearly mentioned 6 equal strips, right? 6 equal strips is given. So here we are writing n is equals to 6. Now, for our equation, what we want? We want the value of h, but h is not given. But by using this a value and b value, what we can do? We can generate the value of h. To generate the value of h, there is a ready formula here. Let me show you the formula. The same formula we used in trapezoidal rule. H is equals to b minus a divided by n. B value is already given, a value is already given. If you substitute b and a value here and n value, you are going to get the value of h. So this is the way to generate the value of h. Now the next step is, let us take the table. X value, we know the starting value is 0, the last value is 1, and h value is already 1 divided by 6. So 0 plus 1 by 6, we get 1 by 6, 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6, 2 by 6 plus 1 by 6, 3 by 6 plus 1 by 6, 4 by 6, 5 by 6 and 1. So from 0 to 1, here we get the value continuously. If you substitute these values in this particular equation, for example here, x value divided by 1 plus x square. In case if you substitute this particular value here, you are going to get y value. So what you should do? You should calculate all the x values. Based on the x values, the y value has to calculate. and post calculating the y value, the respective variable you just mentioned, starting from y0 to y6, y0, y1, y2, y3, y4, y5 and y6. These are the values. So y0 to y6 is mentioned. Now let us go through the formula. What is the formula? Simpson's one-third rule. I is equals to h divided by 3 into y0 plus y6. What is the first coordinate? Not coordinate, it's the ordinate. First ordinate is y0. I'll mention y0. The last ordinate is y6. Let me take y6. y6 is mentioned. What are the remaining values? 2 into sum of even numbers. What are the even numbers here? 2 is a even number. 4 is a even number. 2 and 4 are the even numbers. So I'll take 2 and 4. I'll not take 6 because 6 is already taken here. So I'll take only 2 and 4. Sum of odd ordinates. y0, y6 already taken, e1 is already taken. What is left? Left is odd number, y1, y3 and y5. y1, y3 and y5 is taken. The respective values, if you substitute here and if you calculate, you are going to get the value of I. So here in this case, the I value is I is equals to 0.34661. So this is about the problem of numerical and statistical method, in that the numerical problem to solve the evaluation of this equation by using Simpson's one-third rule. Now what we should do is, being in a Bachelor of Computer Application student, you are going to digitize this particular problem. So how to give the digital solution to this? What has to be done? So that concept we call it as logic. What has to be done is, at first there are, in every program, like in previous programs what we have taken, there are three aspects, three parts. At first, the first part is going to be the input, then we talk about the process, and finally it is going to be the output. Now already we know the mathematical procedure, we know the numerical technique, how to solve this, we know the given values, we know the input. Now only thing is the process part has to be designed. The benefit of this application is no need to calculate the things manually. So no need to calculate the things manually. The thing is we should put efforts, and we have to design a program once. Once the program is designed, any type of numbers, it can be fed to the program and the desired output can be generated. Let us go through the program part in detail. So here, like the other normal programs, we have got the header file declaration. Let me start directly from this main part. Here we are declaring the variables I, T, N. Then along with that, few more variables are declared. Float function. Now enter the value for A and B. We are entering the value for A and B. After entering the value, the same, the concept is around 80%. It is similar to the trapezoidal rule program. So enter the range A and B to be entered. Post that, we have to enter number of parts. There's nothing but n value. Then after that, h value. H is equals to b minus a divided by n. H is equals to b minus a divided by n. That we should calculate. After calculating the h value, what I'll do is I'll write t is equals to 0. The t value is nothing but it's the term. Now x is equals to a, because what happens is a value is fixed, b value is fixed, what we are going to feed it initially. But now whenever you go through the program, what we are going to do is we are going to take the values based on our requirements. So what we have to do is the a value we should copy it to x, because x is going to change in our program continuously. Now here, see, this is the core part of the program. While x is less than or equals to b, means until the first value is less than the last value, what we should do? Y of t is equals to f of x. Now what we are doing here? We are using a concept of functions. Now why functions is used in program? To reduce the size of program. If a particular block or a task is repeating again and again, what we do is we implement that particular concept by using with the help of function. So here we are using a function called f of x. Y of t is equals to f of x. As and when you write this particular statement, what happens? The control jumps from here to this particular part. Based on the value given, x value, right? Based on the x value given, what happens is it is going to calculate f of x. So here in this case, the equation is already mentioned, x divided by 1 plus x square. So here the same thing is mentioned, f of x is equals to x divided by 1 plus x square. So based on the x value entered, it is going to calculate f of x value, that is the final answer we will get in fx, and the same value is returned back to the calling function. See, this is the function which is a sub part which executes repeatedly, and for this the calling function is this. Here we have called f of x, so the control jumps from here to here. It calculates fx value is generated, and using the return statement we have returned the value back. Now the new value is stored in y of t. Now what is the t value? T value is initially 0, so y is 0. Y is a, what is y? Y is nothing but it's an array. Why we are using array? Because here we are taking value continuously, and what kind of values we are taking? Starting from y0 to y6, right? Y is common, only 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 it's changing. So what kind of logic is essential? We need a variable with different index values, so array concept is used. So this is the idea, right? It's called logic. Y of t is equals to f of x. So at first what we are doing is we are calculating the value of f of x, right? F of x based on x, calculate y value, calculate f of x value, store it in y array. Then after that, this is for the display purpose, x is equals to x plus h. After 0 we have to add 1 by 6, then again 1 by 6, then again 1 by 6. So for x value I am adding h value again and again. T is equals to t plus 1. Why t is essential? Y0, then y1, then y2, then y3, right? That 0, 1, 2, 3 index changes, so the t is taken. It's nothing but a term. This is continuous. As and when you run this particular part, what happens is in your program you are going to get this block, right? X value it calculates, based on the x value, y value is calculated, and all these y values, what happens is it stores in the given array, that is y. Now finally what we should do? We should substitute the value in the given equation. Now let us check the equation. I is equals to h divided by 3 into y0 plus yn, starting value plus last value, plus 2 into y1 plus 4 into y odd. Now what is this even and odd? All y values which are even, this is all y values which are odd. Now let me check what is y even and y odd. See, here there is a for loop. For I is equals to 1, I is less than n minus 1. Why I is equals to 1? Usually in our all programs we take I value as 0, but here why we have taken 1? The reason is, see here, already 0 is taken, n is taken, right? What we want is, we want the values which are more than 0 and less than this. So what is mentioned here? I is equals to 1. What do you mean by I is equals to 1? It is more than 0. We want the value which is less than n. So here it is taken, I value is less than n minus 1 I plus plus, until the condition is true. Now, how to know whether the value is even or odd? Take the value, divide it by 2. After dividing it by 2, in case if the remainder is 0, then the value is even. In case if remainder is not 0, then the value is odd. So on that basis, here it is calculated I mod 2, whether it is equals to 0. In case if it is yes, then take the even value. In case if not, consider it as a odd value. So this process will continue for starting from this 1 to till n minus 1. The value, this loop will execute continuously. For every step it checks whether the given number is even or odd. In case if it is even, it adds it to even. In case if it is odd, it adds it to odd. And after that, this particular value is substituted here, and post substitution what happens? It calculates, and the result I we are going to display. So here sample output is also mentioned. Here the sample output. Enter the range 0, 1, enter number of parts 6. What happens? X value we are going to calculate separately, y value is calculated. Here after decimal point we are taking only 2 digits. It's based on your requirements, based on the programmer's decision. So here we are calculating all the y values, and finally I value is calculated. I value is equals to 0.35. So this about Simpson's 1/3 rule. And for Simpson's 1/3 rule, the base is trapezoidal rule. So this is program number 11, but before you go through this program number 11, what you should do is you should go through program number 10. Try to understand the trapezoidal rule. Once you understand trapezoidal rule, there are 3 concepts here: program number 10, 11 and 12. Trapezoidal rule, Simpson's 1/3 rule and 3/8 rule. All 3 are interlinked. In all the 3 programs, around 85 to 90% concepts are not similar, it is same. So if you understand and if you prepare well for the trapezoidal rule, the same logic can be applied for these three aspects. So this about the program number 11, program to find the numerical integration of the given equation by using Simpson's one-third rule. Thank you. Take care.